What's going on, everyone? I hope that you're doing great. IJayReaction from Canada is back, but this time this is not a reaction video, guys. The reason that I'm creating this is that yesterday I wanted to react to one of your highly requested suggestions in the name of Madrasat al-Hub from Kadim al-Sahir, and you told me that the poet of the lyrics is Nizar Qabbani, and since I have heard his name in my previous reaction videos to Abdul Halim and also again Kadim al-Sahir, and he was the poet of those lyrics as well. And when I realized about his biography, guys, I was like, no, I cannot just introduce Nizar Qabbani in my reaction video, and I have to create a different video just to introduce him. So I'm not sure if you guys are gonna like this kind of video or not, but this is the first time that I'm gonna create an informative video like this, but he deserves it, guys. I have to introduce him, and when you realize about his background and biography, I'm sure that you're gonna fall in love with this legendary poet. Well, I'm gonna read his biography, and at the same time I'm gonna play some videos, guys, and I hope that you enjoy watching it. Well, let's start. Nizar Tawfiq Qabbani was born on the 21st of March 1923, and unfortunately he passed away on the 30th of April 1998. Was a Syrian diplomat, poet, writer, and publisher. His poetic style combines simplicity and elegance in exploring themes of love, eroticism, feminism, religion, and Arab nationalism, guys. Qabbani is one of the most revered contemporary poets in the Arab world and is considered to be Syria's national poet, guys. Now, I'm gonna read a little bit about his biography, his early life. Nizar Qabbani was born in the Syrian capital of Damascus to a middle-class merchant family.
هذه دمشق وهذا الكأس والراح إني أحبه وبعض الحب ذباح هنا جذوري هنا قلبي هنا لغتي فكيف أوضحه هل في العشق إيضاح.
Well, yeah, so I'm gonna show you a couple of more videos like this, guys, as we continue reading his biography. Well, his mother Faiza Akbik is of Turkish descent. Qabbani was raised in Mithnahal Sham, one of the neighborhoods of Old Damascus, and studied at the National Scientific College School in Damascus between 1930 and 1941. The school was owned and run by his father's friend Ahmad Munif al-Aidi. He later studied law at Damascus University, which was called Syria University until 1958. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in law in 1945, guys. Now we're gonna read about his poetic influences. When Qabbani was 15, his sister, who was 25 at the time, committed suicide because she refused to marry a man she didn't love. I remember these kind of problems in our own culture as well, in Kurdish culture, but back in the days, not now. During her funeral, he decided to fight the social conditions he saw as causing her death. When asked whether he was a revolutionary, the poet answered, "Love in the Arab world is a prisoner, and I wanna set it free." That's so beautiful. That's a different way of looking to this world, and obviously and clearly he was way ahead of his time. I want to free the Arab soul, sense and body with my poetry. The relationships between men and women in our society are not healthy. He is known as one of the most feminist and progressive intellectuals of his time.
جسد الرجل والمرأة معا من كوابيسهم الجنسية، وأن وطنا لا يوجد فيه علاقات حب نظيفة وحقيقية لا يمكن أن يتحرر إطلاقا.
Now we're gonna read a little bit about his personal life. First about his marriage, but before that I'm gonna tell you about his family name, guys. The family name Qabbani is derived from Qabban, which means steelyard balance. And the interesting thing is that still people are using this word for the steelyard balance. Turkish speakers, I mean Azeri speakers and Turkish speakers, they are still, even Kurds are using this word for the balance. Nizar Qabbani married twice in his life. His first wife was his cousin Zahra Aqbiq. Together they had a daughter and a son, and they divorced, guys. And his second marriage was to an Iraqi woman named Balqis al-Rawi, a school teacher he met at a poetry recital in Baghdad. She was killed in the 1981 Iraqi embassy bombing in Beirut during the Lebanese civil war on 15th of December 1981. Her death had a severe psychological effect on Qabbani. He expressed his grief in his famous poem Balqis, blaming the entire Arab world for her death. Together, they had a son and a daughter, and after the death of Balqis, Qabbani didn't marry again and he moved to London. After the death of Balqis, Qabbani left Beirut and moved to London, where he spent the last 15 years of his life. Qabbani continued to write poems and raise controversies and arguments. Notable controversial poems from his period in his life include When Will They Announce the Death of Arabs and Runners.
أيها الناس لقد أصبحت سلطانا عليكم. أيها الناس أنا الأول والأعدل والأجمل من بين جميع الحاكمين، وأنا بدر الدجى وبياض الياسمين، وأنا مخترع المشنقة الأولى وخير المرسلين. كلما فكرت أن أعتزل السلطة ينهاني ضميري.
In 1997, Nizar Qabbani suffered from poor health and briefly recovered from his sickness in late 1997. A few months later, at the age of 75, Nizar Qabbani died in London on 30th of April 1998. May his soul rest in peace in heaven. And the cause of death was heart attack. In his will, which he wrote in his hospital bed in London, Nizar Qabbani wrote that he wished to be buried in Damascus, which is described in his will as the womb that taught me poetry, taught me creativity, and granted me the alphabet of jasmine.
يا شام إن جراحي لا ضفاف لها، فمسحي عن جبين الحزن والتعب. دمشق يا كنز أحلامي ومروحتي، أشكو العروبة أم أشكو لك العرب؟ من جرب الكي لا ينسى مواجعه، ومن رأى السم لا يشقى كمن شرب.
So heart-touching and so beautiful. Nizar Qabbani was buried in Damascus 4 days later in Bab al-Saghir. Qabbani was mourned by all Arabs around the world, with news broadcasts highlighting his illustrious literary career, guys. Well, may his soul rest in peace in heaven. He was such a great poet, and I truly enjoyed listening to his poets in the songs of Abdul Halim and Kadim al-Sahir, guys. And when I realized that he was the man behind all those great feelings of those lyrics, I decided to record a video regarding his biography, guys, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. Well, after this video I'm gonna start recording my reaction to Madrasat al-Hub of Kadim al-Sahir, guys, and I'm really excited about that. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed watching it, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, and if you are new to my channel, guys, do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. I want you to stay safe wherever you are, and I'll catch you on my reaction videos. Take a good care of yourself and peace.
حين يصير الفكر في مدينة مسطحا كحدوة الحصان، مدورا كحدوة الحصان، وتستطيع أي بندقية يرفعها جبان أن تسحق الإنسان. حين تصير بلدة بأسرها مصيدة والناس كالفئران، وتصبح الجرائد الموجهة أوراق نعي تملأ الحيطان، يموت كل شيء، يموت كل شيء، الماء والنبات والأصوات والألوان، تهاجر الأشجار من جذورها، يهرب من مكانه المكان، وينتهي الإنسان. متى سترحلون؟ المسرح انهار على رؤوسكم. متى سترحلون والناس في القاعة يشتمون يبصقون؟ طوبى لكم فألف تشكرون.